What's up, guys? Welcome, Facebook family. I'm gonna make sure we are live. Yes, of course. Yes, we're live. Awesome. Had to turn off Bruno right there. Today is going to be an awesome one. The title for today, why you should never hire a marketer. I've hired a ton of marketers, by the way, in my office, and why I'll always be one. I've hired a ton of marketers. Actually, the first marketer I actually hired for my clinic was my own mother. And kind of an interesting story. My mom worked for me for, I don't know, a couple of years. And she was going out and kind of doing these pseudo spinal screenings or free chair massage for businesses, and ultimately get those people to come into our office, right? And so she was doing that. And I think the reason she did it so long for us was she cared about me. She cared about my wife, and she cared about the practice. So she did it. But I know that it was a grind, and I know she didn't really like it. So she didn't work anymore. And we've gone through marketer after marketer after marketer, what we were calling a marketer, but they weren't really marketers. We've got a, hey, my wife is on. Awesome. Hey, great to see you. Just talked to my wife. Hey, my wife found a snake in our yard. A dead snake in our yard. I hate snakes. I cannot stand snakes. Anyway, that was a little bit of a squirrel. So we hired all these marketers, and they weren't really marketers, but I didn't understand what a marketer is. Most people that are promoting other businesses are, they're promoting, I mean, you have some kind of PR person or an advertiser. So been on the phone with a lot of chiropractors in the last couple of weeks, and they said, well, we hired a marketer. And I said, well, wait a minute, what do you mean marketer? And they'll say, well, they were doing our Facebook ads. Well, that's an advertiser, not a marketer, right? So she says, come remove it because I'm not. Yeah, I called her, she's at home, and had to deal with that situation. So evidently I have that to deal with tonight. That's awesome. So when I'm talking to these people, they are, they're saying they're hiring marketers, but they're really hiring advertisers. They're not marketers, right? So if you've listened to the previous Facebook Lives, or we're even on the training last week, we talked about what a marketer really is. What is a marketer? A marketer is somebody that changes belief with the intent to sell. But what's the first part of it? Change belief. So the person in front of you has a belief system about whatever you're trying to offer, health, right? Through a vehicle, chiropractic. They may have already heard of chiropractic, may have even been to the chiropractor. They have a belief about health. And for us to market them or change belief or get them into our office, we've got to do what? Change belief. We've got to change their belief. And how are we going to do that? Through story. It is not facts. Please stop sharing facts. It's not going to happen. And if you don't believe me, go watch the video that I posted a couple days ago on my favorite book. You need to go check that out. Go check out my favorite book, the video. It's a Facebook Live in the group. Go check out that one. It is, it's great. It's awesome. I want you to see that. But the way to break down belief is stories. And so what is a marketer? A storyteller. A marketer is a storyteller, and ultimately sells something. So at this point, you are telling stories to change belief to get that person to consume your service, chiropractic, right? But you got to do what first? It has to happen in that order. You can't try to sell them and then change belief. It's not going to work. You've got to change belief, right? And the vehicle to use is storytelling. So storytelling, change the belief, and then you can, I mean, it's not even hardly a sell. It's more of a formality, really, that they consume chiropractic through your office, right? So once you realize that, and we've talked about that throughout the week, you've also got to have something else. You've got to be able to have something to say, and it's a message that's going to have story intrinsically wrapped around it, and it's your sales message. And a lot of people are using their sales message. And again, I'm going to get deep on this one. So if you haven't watched the other trainings, the other Facebook Lives, go watch the other Facebook Lives first. And if you haven't listened to the training that we did last week, go watch that first. But I'm going to dive deep right here. We have the big ocean markets, and then we have those red ocean submarkets, right? And within the markets, there are two people. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Glad you're here, man. We've got two people in that red ocean submarket, the buyer and the seller. And of the seller, there are those three personas. We talked about it on the training last week. If you haven't listened to the training, just go ahead and stop the live. Go check out that training first, and then you can come back and watch this live later, and it'll make a lot of sense. But in that red ocean submarket, you got the buyer and seller. And of the seller, three personas, right? And typically, we're selling to the wrong persona. We're selling to the diehard that is consuming. It's probably the submarket of healthcare professional. They're taking a pill, and they actually like it. The diehard, oh man, I got headaches. I'm going to take this pill for that headache, right? And they love it. Is that the person to sell to chiropractic or even tell your sales message? No, that is a waste. No, not at all, right? It's the person that's taking the pill and says, I freaking hate taking pills. That's the easiest sell. So that's the number one persona, right? So what is the sales message? Hey, did you know there's another way? You don't have to take the pill to get rid of the headache. There's actually another way. Boom, sales message. But what are most chiropractors doing? They're the diehard in their own blue ocean chiropractic or corrective care or CBP or whatever the technical thing is. And they're trying to throw fact, figures, concept. That's like having two NFL football teams, and you got a Patriot fan and a Packer fan. So ask a diehard Packer fan if he's ever going to be a Patriot fan. No. That's a diehard over here versus a diehard over here. And you're a diehard chiropractic, right? Because you're a chiropractor. You going over here and talking to the medicine person that loves taking medicine. What are they going to say? No, thanks. See you later. I'd rather take my pill. Hardest sell ever. It's not even worth my time, right? I don't have to convince them because ultimately, Diffusion of Innovation is going to, hey, what's up, Sarah? Glad to have you. Diffusion of Innovation is going to say, hey, I don't have to. The market will convince them for me, right? That is a story, and that will change their belief. But I don't have to do that. I go after the number one, the hate, but I have to have a sales message as a marketer so I can change belief, right? So what's your sales message? Hey, well, we have chiropractic. That is not a sales message. That's not a sales message, right? That is saying, hey, you have a vehicle, but that's not a sales message. What do most chiropractors do? Set up a booth at a spinal screening, a health expo, and say, hey, want to get healthy, right? Well, we check spines. That's not a sales message at all. We've got to have the sales message, and it's going to be intrinsically wrapped with a story. So what story are you telling the person in front of you? What story are you sharing that gets them to change their belief? And then ultimately, you can sell the service, right? So at this point, marketing, change in belief through story, marketing is more important than chiropractic. Wait, what? No, it's not. Chiropractic saves lives. I know it does. When the person's on the table. If the person is not on the table, it's not doing you any good or them any good. None. What do you have to do to get them on the table? They've got to have a belief system. How are you going to change belief? Marketing, right? And is somebody else going to do this for you in your practice? Nope. Who's going to be the leader of this movement? Take your finger and put it on your chest and say, I am. You are. You're the leader of the movement. So, I mean, you signed up for it, right? Went to school, did all the things. We've signed up for these things. And we're the leader of the movement. That's why we wanted to be the doctor, right? The person in charge, and that's great. We've also got to be the one in charge in terms of change in belief of the people that are following us. So if we want them to be a patient, they've got to follow who? Not the CA. It's us. Hey, Dale's on. Awesome. Yeah, they've got to follow us. We are the leader of that movement, not them. So who becomes the marketer? You. So number one, marketing is more important than chiropractic. Why? And even if you're going to say, hey, well, the adjustment is great and it does all these things and it's fantastic. Give me feature. Yeah, it does when they're on the table getting an adjustment. So how are you going to alter belief or convince them that that's what they need? Marketing. So what is marketing? Changing belief with the intent to sell. Altering belief with the intent to sell. That's it. That's not Facebook ads. Facebook ad, that's a sliver, right? You can put your sales message in there, but that's not marketing. That's not altering belief. Altering belief with the intent to sell. That's change. That's true marketing. And so we have to have that in front of chiropractic, or else they aren't on the table. So I see so many corrective care doctors that know so much about correcting a spine and their office is empty. Why? Because they put their product or service before their voice, being that marketer, right? Hey, what's up, Jason? Glad to have you, man. Hey, I got some stuff for you, by the way. They put the adjustment, the corrective care, all the technical components, they put that in front of their sales message, their marketing, their altering belief. They put it all in front of. And it's not in that order. It's the other way around. We've got to be able to have that sales message that alters belief so they actually do come in and consume our service. So is somebody else in our office responsible for this? No, we signed up to be the leader. We are the leader of this movement. So we are now the marketer. So why you should never hire a marketer? Because you are the marketer. That's why I said, and why I'll always be one. I will always be the marketer of my company. It's my job. It's my responsibility. I'm the leader of this movement. I will never, ever have somebody outsource that. It will never happen. Hey, I was actually approached, I had a company approach me and say, hey, yeah, you're doing these online sales funnels and these are really cool and this is a cool concept. Hey, will you do our marketing? We'll give you 30% of our company, which is cool. Hey, Kylie, great to have you. So they said, hey, yeah, we want to hire you. We want you to be our marketer. We'll give you 30% in terms of equity in the company. Now, as a marketer and understanding what marketing is, why would I want to go get 30% of a company when I get to have 100% of my own? I'll just open up another business, right? I don't want 30%. I'm going to make that place rain. I'm going to be the rainmaker for that business and I get 30%. Nope. I want 100%. It's mine. I created it. I become the rainmaker. You're the rainmaker for your business. You're the leader of the movement. You're the one that needs a sales message that alters belief. That's why you're the marketer and people are going to follow. That's all I got for today, guys. If you have questions, go ahead and comment below. If you like that, go ahead and comment #awesome, #awesome. But if you have questions along the way as we go through this process, let me know. I want to answer your questions and I want to answer them live. I don't have to mention your name, but I want to be able to answer your questions because I want this group to be for you. I want to serve you, right? And I want to serve you freely and I want to give my very best. So I want to be able to do that for you. So if you like this Facebook Live, go ahead and comment #awesome. #awesome. Man, I'm screwing up my hashtags. #awesome. And if you have a question, go ahead and comment below and I'll answer those on a future live. You guys have an awesome day. Crush your Wednesday. We'll see you soon.